Round of 8. Match 4.
All right, another world player up here in the top left. The Mexican Terran, he is
Ocean Gaming. Special.
World Juanito definitely on cloud 9 after his big victory over Raynor.
On the bottom right here, second highest ranked Korean player, this Protoss monster, he is
Makers. Classic.
Yeah, he's getting the local support right now. I even feel like the Americans in the building start cheering for Classic. They're like, come on.
Come on.
Yeah, we have a lot of WCS events already. Montreal's coming up in a couple of weeks. It'd be very cool. See at least one of these top Koreans to play against some of these other guys that we have in the semifinals and obviously potentially the final as well. Now, Maynard, if you would have asked me 3 weeks ago, be like, Special against Classic, what do you think, Roddy? I'd be like, yeah, I mean, Special's really good, guys, but Classic would absolutely annihilate him. Because I really think super highly of Classic. I've always done. I feel like sometimes Stats is the best Protoss in the world, and sometimes it's Classic. I really never have those two in any other order. I know from time to time there's some Protosses, you know, like even a Neep and a Showtime, but of course the Zest Patient, you know, all that kind of stuff. Hero. They have their moments. Trap, of course, is super good. But for me, it's always Classic and Stats. I think that those two can really reach a level that the others cannot. I must say, yesterday, I wasn't terribly impressed by Classic's games against Fantasy. I'm not saying that he took it like, that he went all out, you know, that he showed the back of his tongue. But I don't know, man. I think he's going to have to play better than he did yesterday if he wants to defeat Special today.
Well, Fantasy did play very weird, and Special's not really a weird TVP player. He likes to sort of play a little bit more standardized, but sometimes throws in the aggression, of course, you know, proxies and that sort of thing. He's no stranger to that. Obviously, you know, I agree with you, Roddy. Classic is, in my mind, heavily favored in this match, but it feels like here at the GSL vs. the World, that hasn't mattered much.
Nope. I mean, we think back of the Global Finals 2018. You know, if you think back of it, I remember the first few days, we all kind of looked at each other as commentators and be like, you know, these games haven't been very good, guys. And, you know, that's okay because that happens, right? Like, I'm a big football fan or Formula 1. Some races suck. Some football games suck. And sometimes, some games of Starcraft do suck. That's just the way it is. But then I really feel that the last game of the group stage of the Global Finals saved it all. And that actually was Special versus Classic. That really got all of us going. The excitement suddenly was there again. The energy was there. It'd be like, oh my goodness, these games were sick. They were close, back and forth. And I hope we get some of that today. I must say, this tournament, I don't have much to complain about so far, Maynard. I mean, other than maybe Maru not playing as well as I would have liked, but I feel like we have seen a lot of good StarCraft already. Yeah,
it would have been awesome to see a couple more Korean Terrans up there, but of course, if one of those Korean Terrans did better, we wouldn't have Seoul up here either, so no complaints. Nice adept here from Classic. Getting a good scout off. It's not going to find too much more damage, maybe one more SCV. It doesn't look like that's going to even be the case here.
Didn't it already get 2, or am I crazy? I thought it got 2.
I actually don't think it's gotten... I think it's got 1. I don't think it got 2.
I mean, it didn't show the little pop-up, right?
Yeah, so exactly, yeah. So if it is 2, then we would have had that little pop-up.
Yeah, but sometimes they suddenly forgot to host with game art, and then there's like, I'm pretty sure that Oracle just killed 7, and it still didn't pop up, you know? But, I mean, not the end of the world there, of course, for Special, but kind of annoying, but he did pick up an adapt. But I think if you are Classic and you're playing the way that he does, which is going into those Blink Stalkers, and most likely is just going to spam an insane amount of gateway units, that adapt is really not that important. That adapt is there to scout, it's there for safety, it's for information, and after that be like, who cares about a single adapt without resonating glaives? It's all about the Blink Stalkers.
Blink Stalkers pretty much the bread and butter for the early game for Protoss. Very, very good against, you know, Liberator Harassment, Banshees, dropships, everything. So most Protosses will do that. This is a pretty interesting build from Special. It looked like potentially a Widowmine drop, but with that Tech Lab spinning, which Classic sees, by the way, thanks to Lucene and Phoenix, he sees that it's something a little bit different. Tank production with Cloak Banshees from Special. Sometimes this can lead into a 2-base attack from Terran. I've seen that happen quite a bit. But, you know, you could just do harassment damage and then go out of it. Classic gets double Forge after scouting this?
Yeah, I actually find that pretty crazy, Maney. He gets double Forge. His economy is ridiculous. He was up like 12 workers. He still wastes his Cloak 3 base. Because what I think is going to happen, right, is that Special is going to use his Cloak Banshees to keep these Stalkers at home. The Stalkers can be out picking off units one by one. The Banshees will be there, so the Stalkers are going to protect the mineral lines, but that allows the army of Special to go to the other side of the map. And if these tanks siege up and charge isn't done yet, that's going to be very hard to deal with. I am actually shocked that he just dropped double Forge there. It's like, I mean, it's a big map, and hey, maybe he gets away with it, and we will look silly, but it feels really risky, because when I go up against Banshees here, like, I know what the idea is, right? Like, they want to keep my Stalkers at home, and then they want to run to the other side of the map.
This map can be a little bit tough for Terran sometimes. You have some limited push options for the third base, and you have to go up a ramp if you want to come in from the, you know, the sort of the wider area. But this Banshee just waiting for Cloak here, not really diving. I mean, Classic already has an observer in position anyway. He's got some Stalkers going through the middle map here, as you generally do, trying to catch whatever might be coming across the map, whether it be, you know, a medevac or a Liberator, just a handful of units, maybe get a tank that's being pushed across the map, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So at the moment, Special just really chilling. Here we go. There's the push that we were looking for.
Yeah, but this is the cool thing, right? Now the Stalkers want to go out, because the Stalkers are like, hey, we're going to buy some time for the other units. But that's when these Banshees show up. I like the strategy here from Special, but let's see how good the execution is. Well, there's an observer. It's going to hurt, man.
Tank getting low there. Does finish it off, thankfully. Bunch of probes going down into this Banshee. Oh, the main base as well. There's a shield battery, but it looks like he's out of range of some of the probes on the left side of this mineral line.
Yeah, that would have been probably the better target, but he's just going for the whole position. This is a lot of economic damage already, and that army is still making its way to the other side of the map. Classic clearly prioritized dealing with the army rather than preventing these Banshees from dealing economic damage.
Got rid of one of the Banshees there, but that's just half the equation. The one in the main, oh, there we go. All right, equation fulfilled. Both Banshees dealt with. The ground army here with those Marines. They don't have stim, but they do have combat shield, and they still have tank and SCV purport. Another one coming in here from the side. Classic does have a good number of Stalkers, but he really wants some charge lots in here as well.
More potential in the main base. That shield battery is very low on energy already, so this Banshee is actually going to be super annoying. The tank count still looking all right, and that's a big shot. Gonna get another one. Actually lost high ground vision there for a second, or he unsieged it. Now more Zealots coming in.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's not a fight. That Special is gonna win, obviously, but the most important thing is how much damage can he do before all of these units go down.
Banshee trying to escape here. She's out of juice. Does get picked off that last shot for the Stalkers. Good pick off there for Classic. Both players taking a fair bit of damage here. Yeah. Classic left over with quite a big army, and Special needs to get back to the natural and try and hold on.
Yeah, if Classic wouldn't attack it, this game is actually really good for Special, but Classic ain't crazy. He'd be like, yeah, you just threw away so freaking much just to kill some of my probes, all right? Let's see how much you have at home. I would love to see a full wall off right here by Special. It's very important. I know he was getting a bunker, but he needs more than just a bunker. I like the Banshee again, but Special, be careful, because you don't have a lot at home, and I think Classic is out for blood.
Oh, certainly. Another Banshee getting shut down there for 2 probes. Not a good trade for Special. He doesn't have a ton of money to work with at the moment anyway. Does have a bunker back at home. It's not a complete wall, though. Getting the Observer is nice, leaving Classic in the dark a little bit. Okay, the wall is starting to happen here for Special. He has kind of a funnel for those charge lots to come into like a wall of Marine death, but the upgrades for Classic just look so nice. Got 2-2 on the way here. They're a third of the way done. 1-1 being done on the gateway units for a while.
Stim is still not done. Don't forget about that. But it seems like Classic is a tiny bit hesitant to go for it. I mean, there is a good chance. Oh no, Special. You don't want to be doing that yet. I do like that he's protecting this bunker more and more now with the extra depot. So he's sort of getting that wall off that I was talking about. And Classic actually kept a couple of units at home. That is a feisty looking prison, by the way. Like, for some reason it looks really different in these colors. Looks cool. What's that Immortal doing over there, man?
Well, obviously it's waiting for an SCV transfer, RotterdaM, so they can kill an SCV. Deliberate place here.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, those charge lots getting right on top of that tank. Special just seemed completely unprepared for this.
This orbital's gonna go down, I think. I mean, the Stalkers can blink forward one more time. That's exactly what happened.
He's trying to repair, but not enough heals. The Stalkers take it down. Ooh, that sucks for Special. He's in a really bad spot here now.
Yep, that economic advantage that we were talking about is gone. And if you guys wonder, it's like, wow, he's still got 62 workers. Isn't that good? It's like, yeah, heavy oversaturation.
I think we're going to have a maybe a couple ghosts in a boys pool here.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think you can rebuild the orbital here. That was really cool by Classic though, right? Because I feel like so many Protoss players would have just gone for the kill there because his army was bigger and I think there was potential for it. But he's like, no, I'll play it safe. Even walked in a couple Stalkers at home to deal with the Banshee. And right when Special's like, well, you know, I think I'm fine. Let's just go ahead and expand. Like, this is turning into a normal game. Bam! That entire army shows up. Orbital goes down. And now suddenly it really feels that Special is running out of options. A 4th base, Maynarde?
Classic. Normally more money, more problems. But Classic's been putting on a bit of a clinic here for the early stages of PvT.
A lot of the Korean Protoss have truly fallen in love with this heavy Zealot low gas style, right? I mean, they do get Storm eventually, but it's a lot of gateway units, Manny.
Certainly is. Got tons of production. Splash damage on the way for Classic. It doesn't look like it's going to be here in time.
There's
that
lot
boy
of boys by
So I thought, when I saw that Ghost Academy, I'm like, all right, EMPs, couple of Ghosts, and a bunch of SCVs. Let's bring the boys around for a party and try and kill this Protoss. Can he do it, though? Classic losing a few of these Stalkers.
Yeah, but he's getting Widow Mines. That's very nice, because the Widow Mines is the best thing that Special has, I think, against all the Zealot. And the Zealot count is high there, high Templars as well, but Storm ain't done yet. So that's going to be rather awkward.
Pretty decent Widow Mine connection there. The SCV is trying to bleed through these force fields to offer some buffer between the Zealots and the Bio. Reinforcements from Classic. Oh, his upgrades are so good. Storm, a little bit close to done here, but not quite. Gets an EMP on some of those Protoss units, getting the Sentry energy away from the battle as well.
20 supply down, 2 upgrades down, and Storm on the way. I believe in miracles, Maynard, but I don't think I believe in this one for the Terran, even though Special is getting a base, and it looks nice, but Classic ain't crazy. He knows he's up a base. He knows he's being all in. All he needs to do is just wait a little bit longer and land the juicy Storm or two, and he's going to be more than fine.
Oh, there we are, safely in this Prism. The Prism gets EMP'd, so loses a few hit points there. And the Ghost, that's what they exist for. Here, getting rid of those shields, trying to get rid of the High Templar. There's the Storms going down. Classic just has so many units left over. This is an A-move victory right here.
Yeah, this is where you can actually walk to the fridge and grab yourself a good old hot 6 or something.
Classic's already at Starbucks getting his iced Americano. See you for game 2.
He's like, can I get a blueberry muffin as well? He's like, geez, Louise, is Darren is still in the game?
Yeah.
Like,
Classic's like, it's fine. I know it's expensive, but I'm about to win a tournament, so.